update of how it's going. Not a major amount, been training still, keeping festive at the minute. Yeah, we're feeling very grateful that we're still able to train through what's happening, you know, tears and whatnot. It's all a bit confusing at the minute, but unfortunately I've made the decision to stay at home, which is a little bit upsetting. It's going to be my first Christmas away from my family, but I get to spend it with my other half's family, which will be nice. It's a bit of a silver lining, but yeah, it's a shame because there's going to be too many households mixing, so I'm sticking to the rules and making sure that this doesn't spread any further, especially within my family. But other than that, training wise, with my projects on the water, they're going pretty well. Still working on similar things I was probably working on about 2 years ago, but it's the finer details. It's how to get those millimeters closer to poles, going quicker around them, and a bit more understanding of space and awareness, and how to do it like the boys, you know. And of course, it's Christmas week. 11 days till Christmas. Got my Christmas hat on, I'm going to wear it every day. I've got a couple more, I'm going to wash them, don't worry. And just trying to bring a bit of festive cheer. But yeah, so looking forward to Christmas and bringing a bit of festive cheer to the team. Being a lot leaner, a lot stronger, which is super exciting because I have always struggled with trying to get lean, especially in my legs. I'm not really built as some other athletes are. It's a lot harder for me to lose weight, especially on my legs, to get lean there. But we're making a work in progress and finally figuring out and how my body adapts to different kind of foods, which is really cool. Give you a little bit of insight to the carb coding that I've been doing to make me understand a little bit more about food and training, so that's exciting. And I'll be making a zesty French toast for you orange lovers out there. I'm looking forward to trying it. It's a really cool lunchy snack kind of thing to have, and it's quite healthy as well, so I look forward to making that and showing you how to make it from my nutritionist recipe, David Dunn, shout out. It's been really awesome. He's got an app with other people called Hexis Performance, and it's absolutely amazing. My mind's blown with how it works. So hello. In the next part of this video, I'm also going to be adding some videos from my nutritionist and his team all around sleep, protein and carbohydrates and things like that. We're going to be doing Zesty Orange French Toast. So this is a very high carby meal.
Carb coding, really simple. Where in the day do you need to put some fuel in the body to help you train? And then on the parts of the day where you're just chilling out, actually then let's take some of that fuel out. And for most sports, that fuel is carbohydrates. Where in the day do you need it? And then how can we incorporate that into meals so that your training's fueled really well and you're able to recover?
There's a few ingredients. These are the base ones, and then you can do whatever topping you like. These are all of our ingredients. Tesco's finest. Vanilla extract, maple syrup, and of course our Jaffa Juicy Oranges. Let's get cooking. So the first step is to whisk the egg with the milk, cinnamon, nutmeg, orange juice, vanilla extract and maple syrup. So basically everything bar the bread. So one thing I've learned is actually hitting things on a flat surface, because then you don't get the egg shouting, which I think was a really cool tip. I think I learned that off Gordon Ramsay. So 2 tablespoons of milk. That looks about right. Sprinkle of cinnamon. That was a little bit more than a sprinkle. So 1/4 juice of orange. I guess probably just squeeze.
According to what I'm doing, so I might have some higher carbohydrate intake pre and post a particularly tough session, but then if I'm resting and recovering, I might pull it down, have more of a protein-based meal with some more vegetables or a source of fat, depending on my energy requirements there.
I suppose you could squeeze 1/4 of an orange, but eat what's left of it. Vanilla extract, which I seem to have lost. How have I managed to lose? Oh, it's right here. half a teaspoon. Whisk it together. Plate. I'm going to pour our mixture, which looks pretty done. Put slices of bread into the mixture, so I'm going to press that in. Loads.
There's a changes between males and females, how much we look at. So I think if we're actually going to go off grams per kilogram of body mass, 1.6 to 2 grams per kilo is generally what I'd recommend for a female athlete to try. Have enough there that's nice and evenly distributed, like you said, from those high quality sources. But then for males a bit higher at that 2 to 2.5 grams per kilo.
If people don't really want to track it, so there's a couple of little hacks that I would use, which I think would probably be try and look to feed or have 20 to 30, maybe 20 to 40 grams of protein every 3 to 4 hours. And generally speaking, that seems to be a pretty easy hack to, if you don't want to have to track the amount of protein you're actually having, then most people will hit those kind of key numbers that we need by doing that.
I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the pan. Oil in our pan. We've got our soaked bread. We're just popping it in.
You don't want to scare them too much and go, if you don't get enough sleep, all of these negative things will happen. Like as a one-off, you have a bad night. But I suppose if you're getting more regular poor sleep or more regular shortened sleep, then there are some genuine, I suppose, performance as well as health implications that we want to be careful of. So we know that when people are continually sleep restricted, and we're looking at that, chronically less than 7 hours, they are at an increased risk of picking up an illness, often sort of upper respiratory tract infections, common colds, as well as at an increased risk of injury. Reactions might be a bit slower, you might not feel up for training as much, and then you don't really commit to the session and do something a bit sloppy that might lead to poor form and potentially pulling something or turning the wrong way or twisting the wrong way.
Finish this off with some banana. And then some orange zest. Our French toast, Zesty Orange.
Weight loss can be a completely over-scienced topic. Everyone's looking for the shortcut. Everyone's looking for a quick way to achieve something in a really short period of time, but actually they just miss the fundamentals, that you won't lose weight without being in a calorie deficit.
Start with the big picture first. What are the obvious items that you should be limiting at this point in time? Alcohol, for example, is calorific. For every gram of alcohol you're getting 7 calories, whereas with carbohydrate and protein you're getting 4 calories. So it's interesting, people think I'm going to strip my carbohydrate first. It seems very obvious, but my biggest advice to people is start with obvious things. Fat is also calorific at 9 calories per gram. So if there's a big component of your meal that's fat, then that would be an easy way to reduce calories across your day.
So now I'm going to do a taste test. It is so good. I will share the recipe on my social media. Total credits to Hexis Performance, David Dunn, my nutritionist, for coming up with this recipe, because cures a sweet tooth straight away. Easy to make. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, don't forget, and then you can follow my journey to the Olympic Games. But thank you to Jaffa for being an amazing sponsor and joining me on my journey, and I really hope that people out there will buy some Jaffa oranges because they are so good. Anyway, I'm gonna go and eat this now, so catch you later. you.